A picture is worth a thousand words. As the saying goes, I cannot agree more on the importance of visuals in the fast paced world. Data Studio is an open source tool provided by Google to create informative, easy to use dashboards and reports. Data Studio can tremendously accelerate the data analysis cycle by providing quick visuals. In this session, we will be focusing on connecting and navigating and getting to know Data Studio and the basic terminologies used. So first, let's go ahead and click on datastudio.google.com. And the moment we do it, we will get this dashboard like where you can go ahead and start creating your reports. So now first, let's create a blank. Let's click on the blank report. The moment we click on the blank report, it gives us all the data, all the possible available data sources. Say if you can do a file upload, or you can even connect to any of the relational databases that's on the Google Cloud. So there are other. So these are all the connectors that is provided by Google, and you also have multiple other partner connectors. So based on what you require, you can just go ahead and use your data source. So in this case, I'm just going to do a file upload. The moment I do a file upload, I get a tab, so I can just go ahead and go and click to upload files, and I can go and select the files. Since I've already done it, so this is one of the data that I have got, which is like a COVID data set. So I can just add it, and the moment I add it, it says add to report, and I'm going to get that data into my report. So I'm just going to have a blank report here to start with to show what is happening. So for example, for first, what happens is you will have like insert, where in insert you have all the different kinds of chart that is provided by Google. So these are all the types of charts. The other way is to visually go here and say add a chart, and then you get all the charts here. The same things that you have here, you have it here as well. The other thing that you have here is the insert controls. Like you have a drop down list, or you want to have an advanced filter, you can still go and add them as well here. It is either available here, and it is also available here. It is available in both the places. And you can also go and manage your filters, and then you can add other things here, which we can also look into. Say for example, now I want to add a chart, so I go ahead and I would say, let's just first, for initially, let's add a small table. So the moment I add a table, I will, by default, it will give me a particular it will take one dimension as my it will use one data as my dimension value. So without dimension, I will put a default value of one in one of the values into my dimension, and one of the measures into my metric. So let's go ahead and just revisit what's a dimension is. A dimension is a structural data which can be analyzed upon. Say for example, in this case, I want to analyze upon the location. So location is going to be my dimension. So the ISO code is not very clear, so I'm going to delete it. I'm just going to add the location as my dimension. So the moment I add the location, I will get the name of the location. So what is a metric? The metric in the data warehousing term, I would say it is called as a fact. So these are fact is something that is a quantitative data. So for example, here I'll go and say the total number of cases. That's like a quantitative data which I want to measure for each of the locations. So I'm going to put that as my metric. So the moment I put that as my metric, so I will get my location, and I will also get the total number of cases. I can go ahead and do the other things, like I can say every page I just want like 20 rows. I can give that, and I can also say my I'm going to sort it based on the total cases and descending. So that will automatically give me what are all the total cases. Say for example, in this case, I see there is one column called as world, where world is like it has aggregated all the data. So maybe we should remove that from here. So let's go and let's go to the resource and manage filters. So here if you go here, you can go and add a filter, and you can say what you want in this filter. So but since I've already added, I'm going to show you what I have done here. So if I go back to resources, manage filters, I have the location filter where I said exclude where the location is equal to word. So I have included the filter at the whole report level. Now I want that filter to be included in this particular table. So what I do is I just go down here and I say table filter, and I add that filter as I add those location filter into my table. The moment I do that, that a particular row is gone, so I get the rest of the rows. So this is one kind of and if I want to do the styling, like what kind of, I can go ahead and do all the formatting here. All the formatting is available here for me to go and explore. And say for example, if I want to do a chart like a um, bubble map, say for example, so the moment I click, it automatically gives me the location. Now it has understood that my location is the dimension that I'm using by default is the location. So it's giving me the location as my dimension. And then now I have to go and check for my measure values. So here I don't, so what is it? What do I want? So I want by the total number of cases. So you have the color dimension and the color metric. Say for first, let's add the total number of cases into my size. The moment I add it into the size, I will see like the total number of cases is, as the number of cases increases, the bubble size also increases. I also want to see like by color, like if it is more, then I want to see it basically red or something like that, like a warning. So you have the color dimension and the color metric. If you put the value in the color dimension, then it is going to be like each place is going to have each value is going to have a different color, which makes no sense. So I'm going to put the total number of cases and my color metric. So then it gives me like over a range of values how it is going to be. I can further go and change the colors. This is blue, which maybe if I want in a different color, I can just go into the style and I can add whatever color I want. Say, for example, I want to say like my maximum, I want to show it as red. The minimum, the median color, I want to show it as a yellow, and the minimum color I want to show like a pale green, I can go ahead and show it. And if you still, okay, this is at the particular table level, but at the report level, if you want to change something like the look and feel, it is just like a click. You just go and click like, okay, I want, this is my layout, I want, this is the theme that I want, and just check, and I get a particular theme that I'm looking for. So there are multiple other charts that we can explore. This is like a basic idea of how we go about in Data Studio. Thank you very much.